2020 March 22. Daily Bread Passage. Genesis chapter 30 verse 25–43. Keyverse, verse 30. Title, God builds up Jacob's house. Bible passage. After Rachel gave birth to Joseph, Jacob said to Laban, "Send me on my way so I can go back to my own homeland. Give me my wives and children, for whom I have served you, and I will be on my way. You know how much work I have done for you." But Laban said to him, "If I have found favor in your eyes, please stay. I have learned by divination that the Lord has blessed me because of you." He added, "Name your wages, and I will pay them." Jacob said to him, "You know how I have worked for you and how your livestock has fared under my care. The little you had before I came has increased greatly, and the Lord has blessed you wherever I have been. But now, when may I do something for my own household?" "What shall I give you?" he asked. "Don't give me anything," Jacob replied. "But if you will do this one thing for me, I will go on tending your flocks and watching over them. Let me go through all your flocks today and remove from them every speckled or spotted sheep, every dark-colored lamb and every spotted or speckled goat. They will be my wages. And my honesty will testify for me in the future, whenever you check on the wages you have paid me. Any goat in my possession that is not speckled or spotted, or any lamb that is not dark-colored, will be considered stolen." "Agreed," said Laban. "Let it be as you have said." That same day he removed all the male goats that were streaked or spotted, and all the speckled or spotted female goats, all that had white on them, and all the dark-colored lambs, and he placed them in the care of his sons. Then he put a 3-day journey between himself and Jacob, while Jacob continued to tend the rest of Laban's flocks. Jacob, however, took fresh-cut branches from poplar, almond and plane trees and made white stripes on them by peeling the bark and exposing the white inner wood of the branches. Then he placed the peeled branches in all the watering troughs, so that they would be directly in front of the flocks when they came to drink. When the flocks were in heat and came to drink, they made it in front of the branches. And they bore young that were streaked or speckled or spotted. Jacob set apart the young of the flock by themselves, but made the rest face the streaked and dark-colored animals that belonged to Laban. Thus he made separate flocks for himself and did not put them with Laban's animals. Whenever the stronger females were in heat, Jacob would place the branches in the troughs in front of the animals so they would mate near the branches. But if the animals were weak, he would not place them there. So the weak animals went to Laban and the strong ones to Jacob. In this way the man grew exceedingly prosperous and came to own large flocks, and female and male servants, and camels and donkeys. Daily Bread Message. 1. When may I do something for my own household? Jacob completed 14 years of labor, and he had 2 wives and a family. He was ready to return home. Laban didn't want Jacob to leave. He knew that he was blessed because of Jacob, so he negotiated yet another deal with him. He would continue working as a shepherd for Laban, but his pay would be any spotted or dark-colored lambs and goats. That way, Jacob reasoned, he could build up his own house. 2. Laban deceives, but God blesses. Laban agreed to give Jacob the less desirable animals, the spotted, speckled, and dark ones, but before the flock could be separated, he removed all such animals from his flock and gave them to his sons. Jacob did whatever he could to overcome Laban's deception. Laban wanted to deprive Jacob, but God made Jacob and his household exceedingly prosperous. Prayer. Lord, help me to seek blessing in you alone. One word. God is the source of blessing.